Nicola here, and I'm here to talk craft business. So, pricing. How on earth do you do it? Because if you price too low, well, you might get loads of sales and seem really, really popular, but you won't make any money. In fact, it might even cost you money. Price too high and you don't get any sales, and you feel like you're unloved and nobody likes what you do, and yeah, you get the idea. Well, actually, there is only one answer when it comes to pricing, just the one, and it isn't checking out your competitors and seeing what they are charging. I mean, come on, do you actually know that they've paid for their supplies? For all you know, they've begged for them, they've borrowed them, they've stolen them from somewhere, so they won't have the same costs and expenses as you. Or what about plucking a number out of thin air? How do you know you've covered all your costs? Oh, and I know, another favourite that I see all the while is asking a friend. They don't know your costs, and they don't know the amount of time that it's taken you to create a piece either. So no, don't do it. Instead, what you do need to do is you need to get a paper and pen, a calculator, and work out all of your costs. Now, your costs are those direct product costs, basically what it would take you to remake this product. If you had to go out and buy everything again now, what would it cost you to make one product? That's your costs, your direct costs. You then also need to take into account all your expenses. I mean, don't sit there thinking, well, I don't have any. Yes, you do. You have other expenses that you need to be able to run your business. You need an internet connection if you're selling online. So you need to have a contribution towards that in your household. If it's also used for personal use, then you can't cover the whole costs, but you need a decent percentage for your business. If you've got travel costs going back and forth to the post office, that's another business expense. Business insurance, of course, you need all that as well. So all those are your expenses. You need to factor those into your product cost, because otherwise, how are you recouping that money? And also, you need to be paid for your time. Now, I advocate being paid for your making time. So if something takes you an hour to make, then you get paid an hour of your time when you sell that particular product. Get the idea? Half an hour, you get half of your hourly rate. 2 hours, 2 times your hourly rate. So it's all pretty fair, really. So you have to have an hourly rate, and you factor that in as well. But then you've also got these other costs as well. What about research and development? You obviously want to create new products, come up with new ideas, give things a go, test things out. Well, that doesn't always go to plan. That doesn't always mean you end up with something that you actually can sell. So that is part of a research and development budget. And I know you think, well, that's just for big companies. No, actually, it's best if you can factor in some money for that as well into each product sale. And what about a marketing budget? Of course you need a marketing budget, because come on, hey, we all know that Facebook organic reach isn't what it was cracked up to be. Now, you really do need to be thinking about advertising on there as well. And as it starts from as little as £1 a day, it's not actually a huge amount of money either. So even if you factor in £50 for the year, that's like a day, 1 day a week, 50 weeks of the year that you can advertise for. So it doesn't have to be big money, but you do need to factor it in, because you do need to recoup these costs. Now, the advantage of using this technique to work out all your pricing is that actually it works out what you need to sell at the end of the year as well to make the amount of money that you need to make, that you want to make, that you deserve to make from your business. So the real advantage of knowing your numbers is that actually you know an awful lot more than just what to charge for a product. You also know how many products you need to sell to earn a specific amount of money. Wow, you could actually know what it is you need to achieve from your marketing. You can give yourself targets, you can give yourself something to work towards. You can be really clear about what it is that you need to do within your business. Now, I know that's a really, flicking the business head on now. But if you want to turn your hobby into a part-time business or into a full-time business, then you need to know this. You need to know that your products are viable. And by viable, I mean that you know that they're at a price that is fair, that works for the marketplace. It isn't too low, it isn't too high, it works. And that price that works not just for your customer, but for you to make money. After all, isn't that why we're here? If you'd like to know more about my handmade product pricing formula, then pop over to handcraftedbusiness.com/pricing and all the details will be there for you. Okay, I look forward to speaking to you soon. And remember, subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Speak to you soon.